Hey guys, Jack Graham and welcome to my YouTube channel. It's gonna be my first video. Pretty scared if I'm honest, but trying not to show it, but yeah, it's gonna be my first video. I feel like I've been talking about it since I was about 15. I'm 21 now, so always just extremely scared being behind the camera. Not of being behind the camera, but just of what people would think. And I suppose we'll talk about it a lot more over the course of my channel and stuff, because that's the sort of channel that I want to like bring to light. I want to like make fitness content and just like overall life content. But yeah, but I suppose I was just extremely scared of what people would say and how people would react to me doing this sort of thing. So yeah, here we are, my very first video. So I thought for my first video I'd start with like just a little Q&A, that sort of thing. You guys get to know me a little bit. And yeah, there's a few questions I've got here, a few questions that people have sent in, so I'm super excited to answer them. And yeah, a little bit about me. Like I said, I'm 21 years old. I was born in Sydney, Australia. I'm living an hours north of Sydney now on the Central Coast. Been living here since I was about 8 years old. I think eight, maybe 9, 8, 9, maybe one of them. But yeah, moved up here with my family. I've got 2 brothers, an older one and a younger one, and then 2 parents obviously. And yeah, we all moved up together and been here ever since. First question is, what reason did I start the gym and how does that compare to now? So when I was younger, I started playing soccer when I was about 8 years old, and like heaps quickly, like it just became something I was like, oh, I love doing this. I really want to do this. I want to continue to do this and stuff like that. And as I got older, 13, 14, went to IFS, it's like a football school on the Central Coast of Australia, and from there it kind of just blossomed, and I soon found out something. I was like, this is something I want to do so bad. I want to become a professional at this. I want to support my family doing this and do all these things. So that's the reason I started the gym, because I was so focused on my football at the time, and like it was just like I was trying to find every single way that I could, like for me to do more than the person next to me. So there'd be people that I was training with and I thought, okay, they're not going to the gym, so I wanted to go to the gym. That's actually how it started, no word of a lie. And slowly but surely, like it changed. And I feel like a lot of people like who go to the gym will like feel what I'm feeling here, but we'll talk about it more over the course of the channel. But obviously things didn't work out with football the way I thought they were going to work out, but that's a completely different story. But yeah, so like I just kept going to the gym and I kept training, and like I started to get a little bigger, put on a little bit more size, and one thing led to another. And like the focus is completely changed now, because obviously at the start I was focused on like just going to the gym because I was like, oh, that's gonna make me a better footballer. But then like I soon got stronger, and like I soon started to feel what it felt like to lift bigger weight, and from there it just changed. So at the moment I'm going to the gym now purely just because I love it. I love the way that it makes me feel mentally. I love the way that it makes me feel physically. But yeah, so that's where the focus is at now with going to the gym. Not really like I've made a lot of mistakes with my football, and we'll talk about them more. But like a big mistake I made with my football was that like I put a lot of like pressure on the end goal. I said to myself, oh, like I'm only going to be happy with myself if like I become a professional, which is such an unrealistic expectation. And over the course of my channel, these are the sorts of things that I want to say, and the sort of like I want to help people not make the same mistakes. But some of the greatest lessons that like I could have learned from playing football the way that I was playing it were like the drive it was giving me. Like it was teaching me so many lessons about life, determination, integrity, stay true to yourself, all that sort of stuff. But I wasn't taking any of those lessons on board to the extent that I should have been, because I was just so focused on, oh, I want to become a pro, I want to support my family doing this, I want to make $1 million, and I want to play for Real Madrid. These were all the things that I was thinking, and they weren't helping me in any way. Because obviously when I didn't get there, which was like, it was like the lowest moment of my life, but then like it absolutely shattered me, because I wasn't paying attention to those things and I wasn't focusing on the little lessons it was teaching me that are going to help me in life. I know that they'll help me. So yeah, with the gym, just kind of at the point now, focusing on turning up every day, sticking to my diet, working with my strength coach. We'll speak about him later, but yeah, just turning up every day and like trying to be the very best version of me and learn the lessons it's trying to teach me. And gym future goals. My future goals for the gym. Now, this is what I was saying before. I'm trying not to put the same expectations I did with my footy on the gym. Of course I want to be successful in the gym, I'm not saying that, but with my footy, I'd wake up every day and just be like, oh, I'm not going to be happy unless I go pro. And I'm telling you, for everyone out there that's watching this, and I'm sure there'll be a few boys that are still in that same mindset right now, it is okay to have that real driven mindset. But if you are solely focusing on the end goal and you're always focusing on, I'm not going to be happy until I go pro, then you're never going to find the same fulfillment you are if you focus on the little lessons every day. Like, because say you go pro, then what happens? What after? You didn't learn anything. Maybe you're pro, you bounce around the league, you go to Europe, maybe 5-10 years, but what after that? If you focus on the little lessons every day and like you love what you're doing, you turn up, you put your boots on every day, you learn the lessons that life's trying to teach you, your heart's trying to teach you, then yeah, you'll be in such a better spot, I'm telling you. So at the moment, I'm just training and enjoying it, loving the stuff I'm doing with Chris, strength coach. If I can work it out, which I'm going to try and put his Instagram somewhere about here, okay? So if I've worked it out and I've got it going, then you'll see it right here. So yeah, I've been working with him for a little while, yeah, but just like turning up every day, focusing on my diet and just trying to be the very best version of me. Like, yeah, that's what I'd say my goals are at the moment. Just to continue doing what I'm doing, stay loyal to myself, and yeah, just turn up every day, smile on my face and smash it out. Yeah. How many times a week do I train on and off the field? So at the moment, I'm on a 4-day split with Chris. So all the training that I'm doing is revolving around like my key lifts. So say for example, I'll have like a bench press session, a squat session, then a deadlift session, and then shoulder day as well at the end, which is a similar thing, because obviously like the more you shoulder press and stuff like that and bigger bench, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, and on the field, it's a funny one. Like, we could talk about it all day long, and I'm sure we'll have the chance to talk about it because it's something that I'll really touch on, because like I said, it was a very low moment in my life, and like it's hard to talk about. I don't really want to talk about it, but it's the sort of channel that I'm trying to make. I want to be as open and honest with you guys. So for the people who have been through the same things and the people who have struggled through the same things can like see, oh, he went through that too, so I'm not alone. Because I know that there's a lot of people out there, but I used to train on the field 4 or 5 times a week, and I used to love it. Like I said, always just, I want to be a pro, so this is why I'm doing this. And then when I kind of realized that maybe it wasn't going to happen for whatever reason, I'm not here to blame anybody else, when I just realized, it kind of just like turned me off it a little bit, because I was very focused on doing it. And then when that love kind of, yeah, it was weird. So at the moment I'm playing Soccer Fives, which is like a little outdoor like 5-a-side facility near my house, playing there 2 times a week. But besides that, not doing much on the field at the moment, because I suppose, like I said, I'm just trying to like roll with the things that life's showing me at the moment. And if there's anything that it's showing me and has showed me, so like I need to stay loyal. I need to stay loyal to my heart and to what it's telling me. And it was causing me a lot of pain, just bouncing session to session, just thinking, oh, I'm only doing this because I want to go pro. And then when I realized maybe that it wasn't going to happen, it was just causing me so much more harm than good. So yeah, that's where I'm at the moment with that. Next question is, what is my why? This is a really good one, actually. And it was pretty cool when someone asked me this question. These are the sorts of questions I want to answer. And for anybody that is watching this too, maybe you guys can send me, when you see the video, which I'm not sure how many people will, but when you see the video, you guys can send me a message on Instagram, or you can just leave like a comment in the comments down below, and you can tell me what your why is, because I'd be so intrigued to find out that sort of stuff. And hopefully through this journey of making YouTube videos, I can meet a few more people and really figure out what all their whys are, because it's such a beautiful question. But what is my why? Like, I don't understand what my why is. I feel like a lot of people ask me this question, and I think about it a lot. I sit down with myself and I think about, like, what is my why? How do I like continue to do all the things that I'm doing? And I just suppose that for anyone out there who, when I says this, they like feel this, then like it's one of those if you know, you knows. But I feel like when your heart is telling you something and you feel your heart push you in the direction of something, like there's nothing no one can tell you. It's not a matter of what's your why for doing that, because there's no, like, it isn't that. Like, I felt my heart push me in the direction of things, and I felt my heart reach out to things, and it's never led me wrong once. I've never ever lost when I've gone with my heart, ever. Not once. Every time I've every time that it's pushed me in the way of things and I've pursued things that my heart is telling me to pursue, never ever gone wrong once. Even with my football, obviously, like, I didn't end up going pro, which was hard, but my heart pushed me in the direction of that, and the lessons that I learned from that, they're going to be with me forever. And it's made me like the man I am today, and it's helping me make this video now. Like, yeah, I felt my heart push into things, and never once have I ever felt like it betrayed me ever. And that's my why. Like, that is why I keep going, because like, I know what it feels like for my heart to reach out to things, and like I know how it feels to be really pursuing something that your mind and your heart are so in touch with that it almost feels like it's an out of body experience. Like, as bad as that is to say, like, I just know how that is. And that is what I get when I work out and when I go to the gym. And it's the same feeling I've got for the past 4 or 5 years I've been going there. Every session, it's not a matter of why I'm there. It's just like my heart is pushing me towards there every single day. And that's how it was with my football. And that's how I knew that when it was time to finish with my football, because I just knew it, because my heart wasn't there anymore. I didn't get the same feeling I used to. Like, every day when I wake up now, like, I have like an app, has all my sessions on it for like my training in the gym and stuff. And I always look forward to it every single day. And I always look forward to the weights I'm going to be doing and how much I can test myself and how beautiful I can see my body can become. And I wasn't getting that feeling with the gym anymore. And I'd say that is my why. Just kind of the idea that, like, one day we're all going to die. I'm going to die. And like, the legacy that I want to leave behind is just purely based on that. Like, I want to pursue everything my heart's telling me to pursue. I want to feel every emotion my heart is telling me to feel. I want to see everything that my heart is wanting me to see, because, as I said, and as I'll continue to always say on this channel, like, I've felt things with my heart, and I've been pushed into situations because of my heart, and I've never ever felt once that it wasn't the right thing to do. Like, I never left those situations and thought, oh no, that's not it. Like, never, because my heart was telling me to do that, which is the most accurate, like, it's the most accurate thing. I personally feel like your heart reaching out to things. So yeah, still trying to figure out the answer for that, but that's the best way I can describe it. My next question is, what is the biggest obstacle I've had to overcome in the last 5 years? Now, this one it's not as hard, but it's kind of, it's hard to talk about. It's kind of the idea that, like, I had to learn that life isn't fair. I thought that I was training so much with my footy and that was going to be that, and I was just going to play for Real Madrid one day, and I was going to be having dinner with Karim Benzema at one of his mansions and walking around in Dior sandals and wearing Gucci backpacks with lip piercings. But it's just, that's what I thought. Like, I honestly thought that was going to be it, because I'd worked so hard. I trained all the time. Like, I felt like I deserved it, but that's the one thing that I had to learn, that, like, life isn't fair. You don't just train and get there because you deserve to get there. That's not how it works. And I had to learn that in probably the cruelest way, just like a lot of the people watching this. And even if, like, people come back to this in a year's time, I know there's going to be people that feel that life isn't fair. You try so hard for something and you think, oh my gosh, like, I'm going to get what I deserve in return. And then when it doesn't, it just shakes your whole body. And something I had to learn the hardest way, that, like, I had to learn to do things out of the goodness of my heart and learn to pursue things my heart was telling me, like, understanding that as unfair it could be, I may get nothing in return. But this is what I was just saying before, when my heart pushes me in the direction of things, and when it's reached out to things, and when my heart has told me, Jack, like, you need to pursue that, I always made sure I did, because I knew that even if I didn't get the result that was desired, I just knew that I'd be in such a better spot, because I followed myself and I was true to myself, which is such a big lesson I want to try and preach on my channel, that, like, just stay true to yourself. And that's like an obstacle I had to learn, that life isn't fair, but as long as you're staying true to yourself and you wake up every day and you put yourself first, put your dreams first, and you don't sacrifice things like, oh, like, I'm not going to pursue that because I'm too worried about what people are going to think. Like, you just can't do that. And that is like a big lesson that I had to learn. It's an obstacle I had to overcome, that, like, I thought I was going to be sitting with Karim Benzema in Dior sandals, but I'm not. I'm sitting in Terrigal, and that is beautifully okay, because me not making it has taught me lessons, like, that I would have never learned before. So many things I wouldn't have learned if things were all sunshine and rainbows, which they're not. and it's taught me things for life, and it's made me such a better person feeling that overwhelming loss, because it's made me appreciate so much more just the fact that I'm able to go to the gym, how beautiful I can do that. So yeah, that's a big obstacle I had to overcome. Next one is, who and what is my biggest influence? And one of the boys I used to play football with, when I asked for like a few questions for the Q&A, he actually sent me one, and he said, if not me, then who? If not now, then when? And if not here, then where? And I feel like that is as powerful as a statement as you'll ever read. And for anyone that's seeing this on this day, I want you to sit down and think about that. If not me, then who? If not now, then when? And if not here, then where? Like, that was always my biggest influence and motivation, the idea that like maybe we only do get one life, and maybe this is the very last time in the existence of like humanity that I'll be sitting here recording this first YouTube video. Now I don't know that it is, and I don't know, like I just gotta pray and live life as it comes. But yeah, I always love seeing people who pursued themselves. I love watching YouTubers who were making videos that were like the greatest version of them, and were laughing and joking and just being themselves. I love seeing sportsmen who weren't walking around in the like Dior thongs, who were helping their family out, who were paying back to the people who deserved it the most. I absolutely always loved seeing that, and that was always my biggest influence. Like, I wanted to be that person, and I wanted to be the person who could say that they'd been there, and who had felt the harshest losses and felt those amazing wins, and in the end was able to tell the story, which is what I'm going to try and do in this channel. Tell you the story of someone who's felt those harshest losses and is doing his absolute best to feel what it feels like to have those incredible wins. But that quote, if not me, then who? If not now, then when? And if not here, then where? Anyone, like I used to love watching Flight Reacts on YouTube. Only the real OGs know Flight Reacts, and if you do, leave a comment down below please. But just him being authentic, not trying to be anyone but himself, just loving what he was doing, making videos, reacting to videos, laughing and joking, and just being himself. And I loved that, because this world is trying to make you someone you're not, and I'm telling you that. And you can laugh as much as you want when you see that, but this world is not fit for a lot of people who are trying to break the mold. This is why it's so easy to do a lot of things, but it's not easy to do this sort of thing, make YouTube videos and stuff. It's not, because it's hard. People make fun of you, and I've seen it firsthand. I've seen firsthand people trying to be themselves and trying to break out of the mold, and I always try to support those people, but I just know as many people weren't. So that was my biggest influence, that idea of just like the influence of people being themselves and loving what they were doing no matter what people were saying. Again, if not me, then who? If not now, then where? And if not here, then where? If not now, then when? And if not here, then where? Boss. And we might leave it here for the last question. Good question. My biggest goal in life. Now, for all the people that know me, and I'm sure that the people who will watch this first video will be a lot of the people that know me the best, but like, I challenge you guys to try and answer this before I tell you what the answer is. So I'm gonna have a little pause, and I want all those people to know me to see if they can guess it. All right. Well, yeah, it's like a beautiful thing to think about, and like probably my biggest goal in life is to have a family. When I was younger, it was always my biggest dream, like above anything, just to have a family, have a lot of kids. I want to have 5, 6, 7 kids. That's always something that I've wanted and I dreamed of. Like, that's probably my biggest goal in life, to create life for other people and to let other souls experience this beautiful world under the love that I'll give them, because I am a very passionate person. And same thing, I hope that we'll see this more throughout this YouTube channel. Like, I am a very passionate person, and yeah, that was always my biggest goal in the whole entire world, was to have kids and like to put them in situations that I had been in and teach them all the things that I've learned, because I've learned a lot of things. And yeah, just speak to them and to love them and to nurture them and help them grow into amazing people in the world. I cannot wait for that. So yeah, to have a family, boss. But that's the last question, and yeah, that's the end of my first video. I think I went better than what I thought it was gonna go. I was sitting in the car waiting for about 5 minutes to press the start button, but I was just getting a bit scared and stuff. But I'm gonna try and upload maybe once a week, just like a few different things. You guys can get a feel for the sort of content I'm gonna make. Heaps of gym content, the stuff that I'm doing, and all that sort of stuff. So stuff with my relationship, my partner, family, all these sorts of things. So I hope you guys enjoyed the first video, and if you could subscribe. I'm gonna see if I know how to do this too. I'm gonna try and put it somewhere here and have like a little bell that goes bing. But if you guys could subscribe, thank you so much. I'll see you guys soon.